Today we're going to do a short video, and every time I say a short video it ends up to be a major long one. I just want to talk about something that I saw that's been happening, and I think it's a good thing. Paintball fields having airsoft games. Now, years ago we used to go to one airsoft or one paintball field, or as a matter of fact, two paintball fields on a regular basis. They recently stopped having games, and they were good fields. They were a lot of fun. But a couple other fields open up, and they're having monthly open plays almost like every weekend. Some major events are being played there. For example, there's a local field called EMR. They just had Bad Blood 2019. Large player base out there that day. Another field that's doing airsoft, OTP in New Jersey, they have quite a few new events coming up, big, large events. They're huge. And I really like the idea that paintball fields are opening up for the airsoft players to be able to use them. Now, there is pros and cons to that particular aspect, and I'll try and just touch on a few of them. Go on the pros right off the bat. More places to play. Having a paintball field, they have sectioned off fields with various different things, buildings, barriers, whatever, makes for interesting gameplay. And if you use a multitude of fields, you can put together an incredible incredible event. They have fill stations for HPA players. Now, if you're not an HPA player, that's really doesn't matter to you, but having that available for the HPA players, that is a big plus. And most of these fields, another pro is they have usually food stands built into the actual staging area or off to the side. I know OTP, they sell hot dogs, hamburgers, soda, water, things like that. And they also started carrying BBs. Same thing with other locations that we've gone to. They have BBs and even selling some lower end guns and pistols and things like that, replicas to use on the field. Masks, gloves, things like that. Very, very positive thing that they're selling items for the airsoft player to use. Also, paintball places usually have a good setup for referees. They usually have at least a center ref. The fields we've gone to, and I'll use EMR and OTP as an example, they have a center ref, and then they have refs on each team. And on OTP, when I played there, I actually had a ref embedded on my team, which was a lot of fun. There's quite a few cons or pros, that you can go with on an airsoft field or a paintball field. The cons: a new paintball place will have a problem, I would say, as a con, if they don't have the proper chrono. If they're using a paintball chrono, that's not going to really cut it. I've seen a lot of the places transition over to a regular chrono, chronoing in joules, chronoing with a set BB weight, or setting certain guidelines. But a lot of the places, don't know about chronoing in joules. They don't have a rate of fire limit. They're allowing full auto. They don't know that having full auto in a building might be a bad thing. Second of all, second con would be referee knowledge. You have some of the refs are paintball players and airsoft players. That's really good. I've had good refs that have played airsoft before. But a lot of the refs that I've dealt with are paintball people, and they're not quite sure about the rules. Yeah, they are very conscious about safety, having the barrel bags on, things like that. But on one field that I went to that was a paintball field, they were at the end of a game that we had out on the field, the referee stopped us and said, put your paintball barrel, make sure all your barrel covers are on. Hold your gun in the air. And I was very confused by this, but I said, okay, put the barrel cover on. And I held the gun in the air, and he said, okay, now we can take our masks off. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. I said, what you should have them do is take their mag out, fire their gun a couple of times, in a safe direction to clear the barrel, then put the barrel cover on. Then, if you really must, you can take your mask off, but I would say not to take it off. You know, leave it on until you get out of staging area. Since then, they've changed that rule. I find, though, that paintball, and this is another pro too, that paintball field owners are very receptive to discussions and some criticisms and constructive criticisms, I would say, not negative stuff. If you come out and start bitching about this and that, that's not really going to do it for you. But if you come in there with legitimate concerns and you document it or show this in a message or directly face-to-face with the owner, they will be very accommodating. I've left messages to various paintball fields, and they have implemented some things that I have suggested. It's a good place to play. The paintball fields that have no longer have the games, I'm trying to get contact with them and generate some games for them. See if they want to have some more games like that. And sometimes they do have a game, no one shows up. It's because they don't advertise it in the airsoft community. I would, tell them, let us know. The airsoft players will get the word out and we'll get it there. I think the more paintball places that offer airsoft as an alternative to come to their field for is a positive business aspect, and it's a positive thing for airsoft players. I hope that the rest of the paintball fields in the area start doing that, and a lot of them have. There are fields an hour away, hour and a half, 2 hours, 2.5, 3 hours away, all paintball fields that have now gone, and they allow airsoft, and they have a lot of open plays. They have a lot of events there. It's a positive thing. So if you have a paintball field in your area and you don't have an airsoft field close, contact the paintball people or the paintball field owner and lay it out to them and say, you could generate a lot of business. There's a lot of airsoft players in the area. You need to do these rule sets and stuff like this. And I'm positive they will work with you to try and get airsoft games there. Also, they might even offer packages for you that you can rent the field if you have X amount of players. If you guarantee 25 players or something like that, you can rent a field, 2 fields, 3 fields. And the one guy said, well, how do you guarantee you're going to have 25, 30 people? Make an event and say, this is an airsoft event at this paintball field, $5 to register. All right? This guarantees $5 that the owner will get just for the fact that people are going to be coming to that field. So that if, say you register 40 people and 25 show up, at least you're going to have that money paid ahead for the field owner to have those events. And if the word of mouth gets out, you'll start drawing in more and more airsoft players, and then he might just have open plays that people just show up to. Price is a real good thing too. Most of the paintball places I've gone to have been $20 all day. $20 for 6 hours, or $25 for 8 hours, something like that. It's, somebody'd say, wow, that's a lot of money. Some people say, oh, that's not that bad. For gameplay in a structured, safe environment, I think it's an awesome thing. So if you have a paintball field in your area that doesn't do airsoft, contact them, see if they want to do it. If you do have a paintball field in your area that does do airsoft, score. Keep with them, help them out as much as you can, generate interest for their games at the field. The more interest that's generated, the more people that come to the field, the longer the paintball person owning that field will keep the airsoft stuff going. This has just been a little bit of a blurb from me about paintball fields. I hope you enjoyed the video. It's been real quick, I hope. And as always, you guys have a good day.
Wow.